Hello, my name is Safari Agaba. I'm an engineer, 20-year engineer in North America, Canada, USA, and I'm a professor. I'm also one of the founders and CEOs of Saftech Canada College, which is online college. We do have students all over the world, like Africa, Asia, North America, everywhere. So we do have classes going on about AI, cloud computing, like AI for business, cloud computing, validation, cybersecurity, project management, and IT project management. We put those skills together because those are the skills required on the market today. When you go, especially people in North America and Canada and USA, most of the people don't have jobs. And the reason why they don't have jobs, it's not because jobs are not there. Jobs are there, but unfortunately, people don't have the skills to into those jobs.
Okay. We are mainly talking about the commands that are used in IT support, that is in troubleshooting. That is troubleshooting mainly. Simple instructions, must knows. Actually, we are mainly looking at like around 10 commands one must be familiar with, especially if they're doing IT support. So our first command, let me share the document here so that I give you a quick overview up to where we are. So the first command has an introduction. First command was understanding IP config. You understand IP configuration. This is mainly especially used, let me say, for viewing network settings, knowing your IP address, knowing everything. Then we went through that, and we also went through the ping. Ping, it also shows your connectivity to the internet for a specific site. Maybe Google, you can ping Google. He did it as you'll review. And the class has been recorded, so you'll go back and see. Then the other one is the traceat command that also helps you see where you see the different what? The different bottlenecks, network bottlenecks. You identify which path is taking longer, which one gives a higher response time, which hop is taking longer. So this helps you know where the problem might be in accessing network. Then the net stat, this is the way you see net stat, network statistics. This is mainly about checking for the statistics, the things that are taking place in the computer, actually the network statistics. That is the main aim. And I give you a scenario. Your computer is running slowly, but you suspect unauthorized network activity. Maybe right now you feel like your Wi-Fi should be running faster, but then you suspect maybe someone connected to my laptop. Maybe they added in a VPN that they're accessing my internet from their place. So that's how you check for that. And then you can use it to block and stop that specific IP address. So then now you found us on the task manager list. So this is the same thing as the task manager. The task list, it shows the things that are going on, just like you see task manager. So I think that's where we were. And you were sharing the screen after putting in task list, and it would show you the same things that are shown in task manager. So I told you this displays all the active processes on the computer. So you can just check. For example, if your computer is, that's why I was telling you up there, I was saying if your computer is slow and you suspect a background problem, you must know why is your computer slow. Is your computer slow because you are downloading something? Is your computer slow because of the network? Aren't you doing anything? You've restarted the machine, but still the computer is slow. You must know. So if your computer is slow and you suspect the background program is consuming too many resources, you open, you check, then you identify the processes with what? High memory usage. Yes. Once you see that, then you can either stop the process or you can see and check. It's the same thing. There are commands for process, but you can still use the what we call the task manager. It's already there. I would recommend use of the task manager. There's no need to use command prompts for that. Okay. So now that was mainly that. Then we had come here. Disk error scanning to maintain system. The chk disk command is essential for identifying and fixing disk errors on HDD and SSD running. You see, running the check disk That's the right way. Running the check disk. If helps prevent data loss and enhances system performance. That's what it helps. So you run, maybe the disk is C, so you'll put HK, CHK, DS, DSK, C. That is for you just monitor the performance. It's the same thing. So that's main. Maybe you can share the screen and then you can do this practically.
Yeah, so I open the CMD.
Yes, you've opened your command prompt. So you shall put, you remember the check disk. You'll put CHK. You're going to check the disk. Yes. So you'll put in CHK, DSK, and you'll put space. I think your PC has local disks, do you not so?
Local disk C.
You have a local disk C, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, let's check for local disk C. Or you can check activity for local disk D any. So C, then you'll put those two, those two, the ones that, the double dots. You put the double dots at the end. Yeah, those.
This.
Exactly. Yes. So you press enter. Oh, access is denied. I think you're supposed to open it as an administrator. But mainly that is it. Yes.
Okay, in this case, remind me what do you want to do in this case?
In that case, we are trying to check your disk. Yes. For system errors, bad sectors, any corruption in performance. Maybe it is affecting. So it's just a disk error scanning and repair. There you remember the other part. It's mainly about disk error scanning and repair. Because once we realize that there is a problem, then there is still a command that repairs. It scans and fixes detected system errors automatically. You get, so everything is like that.
Okay.
So once you're done with that, then it restarts. If if you want to see your disk health, it's the same thing. If you don't want to use the other processes that are already there. A scenario I'll give you, I said if your computer is running slowly and files occasionally fail to open or copy, you suspect disk what? Corruption. And if your disk is corrupted, that means you're not going to be accessing some of your information. So that's when you apply it. You scan, you repair the files, and then you continue. So that is mainly about the. I hope you've also tried it that side. Hussein, have you tried it?
Yeah, I was trying to do it, but I found my computer, I think it doesn't have like local disk.
Doesn't have a hard disk.
Yeah, it doesn't have a hard disk.
But it uses SSD. I think it works on SSD.
Yeah, maybe.
So you have not checked yours?
Uh, I'm trying to check, but after putting the check disk, yeah, the command prompt.
Yes.
Like he put C with those double dots. What should I put next after putting the command prompt?
You remember when you put the command, you pressed enter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you pressed enter.
Yeah, I did. It also said like access denied as you do not have sufficient privileges or the disk may be locked by another process.
You're supposed to open it as an administrator. You try it. Open. So one of you can open partial as an administrator. Can share and then open partial as an administrator. And you're going to see. Open partial or command prompt as an administrator. Any can work. And you're going to see. It will give you a summary.
As an administrator.
Yes.
How would you?
You're going to go to the search button. Then you'll type in PowerShell.
Yeah. I was using command prompt.
Okay, yeah,
like
you can
how
still
do you switch to an
you can
switch to an administrator?
So it's going to give you an option of using command prompt as an administrator.
Okay.
Let me try it. Should I show you or you want to do it? But you can do it practically. You just come here to search. Go to the search near the Windows button.
Am I running as an administrator? I think not.
I'm not seeing your screen. I think you share the window. Okay, now you search for, maybe in the search place, you can either search for command prompt or PowerShell as an administrator.
Yeah, I was already on command prompt.
You have opened it as an administrator.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how do I do that?
You come to the search button down here near your Windows button.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to put in command prompt. So wait, are you seeing this side on the right?
Yeah.
Run as an
Run as an
administrator. So that's how you do.
okay.
So you'll put in the same CHK.
CHK DSK then enter.
No, then space. Space C. You remember? Space then the disk.
Yeah.
I think you have C. C. Put a
Yeah.
capital C. Is it a capital C? Okay, then you remember the other dots I told him. I've forgotten their names.
Yeah.
Then you put them, yeah. Then you press enter. I see. It's now examining your entire system, and at the end, it's going to give you a report. Yes, it's scanning your whole hard disk. If you're using SSD, it's scanning your SSD. If you're using HDD, it's going still scanning your HDD.
So how do you fix a problem once you find it?
You don't fix the problem manually. There is still a
it
command
fixes.
for fixing the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah, there's the commands for fixing the problem. So you just have to go deeper more into the error scanning. Remember, we give you the basics, and then you have to go more into what? Applying them in
Yeah.
real life scenarios. So in case there are
Yeah.
errors, there is obviously an automatic repair code. There would still put HK disk C, then space, then stroke F. This will scan and fix detected file system errors automatically.
Yeah.
And if the drive is in use, it will still ask to schedule a scan for the next restart. Yes?
Yeah.
And so that's when you'll still see it. Will tell you you'll reach a level where it says type Y to allow your computer to restart. Then it will restart and it will come back when it has recovered. Then you cancel. There's also viewing a summary still about the disk error. You view a summary of what is wrong with your what. Just performs a simple online system scan, and then it will give you the what? The summary for everything. Yeah, the list of what is disturbing and what is not. So that is mainly that. That is the other command. I hope Nelson has also seen it. Hey Humotoni, Madina,
Hey,
how are you doing?
I'm good.
Usually when we call you, you don't. I think today is the lucky day that we have finally had you speak. Usually you're present, but you're quiet. So we're doing something little about IT support, mainly that. Yes, and we're trying to see the common commands and as an IT support that you must know on your fingertips. Yes, and that's mainly what we've been covering. I think you'll cross-check from the video later on the IP configuration, the pinging connectivity, the tracing network path, and the network net status for statistics. Then the task manager, you found us here on disk error repair and scanning. So that's mainly that. So
Okay, I will check on the YouTube because in previous days I wasn't around because I'm a student at university, and the time I start the classes is the time I've been preparing myself to go to school.
okay, I understand.
But I will check on the YouTube the previous classes. You have everything you have learned.
Okay, right. We shall be improving with time, but the main thing is everything is possible. Okay, so now this was our other command, the one of. So we are going to go to this. This is command 8, scan now system. That is the system file integrity. It assists in repairing corrupted Windows system files effectively. The command scans and repairs the system files, ensuring they have no. This is particularly used for crashes or malware attack. That is the main part about using it. So maybe Hussein, you can share, and then we still go through this.
You want me to use the one as an administrator, or
you can still stay on the one who was an administrator.
Okay.
So the system file checker utility, it scans all protected Windows system files automatically and replaces the missing, the damaged or altered versions with the correct ones. It's from the Windows caches. You know the cache system. This ensures system stability, reliability, especially if you have had if Windows crash or incomplete updates or malware infections. So
Yeah.
a scenario, I can give you a scenario. Let me see you are using your computer and then a system crashes or some apps begin to like malfunction. Yes?
Yeah.
There is no way you're going to start dissecting through the windows, or you don't have to take the computer to a technician. You just open your command as an administrator or PowerShell as an administrator, then you execute the command. That is the SFC, which stands for System File Checker. So then you put a stroke and then you say scan now. So it's going to deploy and then all the files, you'll be seeing them. Yes?
Is there any space between?
Yes, there's a space. You put SFC space, then stroke, scan now. You can share your screen. And scan. Okay, so at the end, you're going to see a report. Have you seen a report?
Yeah.
Or it's still continuing? Because at times it takes very, very, very long time. As it said.
I think that was it. Because there's nothing else.
Because it was. Did it show you where it's beginning to scan? Something like that?
No, as soon as I pressed enter, it showed me all of this from here to here.
Scan integrity of all protected system files and reports. Scans integrity of all protected system files. No repair operation is performed. So scans integrity of referenced file, repairs files. So shows. Okay, you scroll down at the end, I see. Let me see your code, maybe if there's a mistake on the code.
Maybe I used the wrong stroke.
Let me see. Oh. That was the command. Oh, you have to put scan now at the end. You missed the word scan now. That's why it's giving you what to do. You're supposed to put scan now. Yes, then space, then that stroke, then you say scan now. So it will begin the verification phase of the system scan. So once the system scan is done, then it will give you a report and tell you maybe this is okay, this is the issue. And so as soon as it finishes, it usually brings a statement that says Windows Resource Protection did not find any integrity violations. That means your Windows are safe. But if I've said some of these things, you can only apply them in a scenario. Because, well, have you done it?
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Takes some time.
Are you seeing now you had a problem? Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
You seeing this beginning system scan? The process will take some time. There's a system repair pending, which requires reboot to complete. Restart Windows and run CFC again. That means you have something wrong in your in your Windows. Then I can maybe share a window here of my PowerShell. You can see the same thing. Are you seeing it? You seeing it?
Yeah.
CFC scan now. Beginning system scan. Can redo it so that we see the whole process. So you can see it's there. So you see. Hope you guys are following. I have very many things. SFC scan now. Beginning system scan. The process will take some time. Beginning verification phase of the system scan. So now it's scanning. In other words, this is the verification. Then obviously at the end, once it's 100%, just like you see here, it will say did not find any integrity violations. That shows your Windows are safe. But then I'm not saying you should. Maybe you have something that maybe there are some files, because there are some people, in case you are like your Windows might have been so. If you're not being affected for now, then it's okay. But if you're sure you're being affected, maybe you can run the scan. As it completes, hope you can still see my screen. Sorry for it to complete. So the key benefits, what do you think are the benefits of using this? You've seen here, it has finished. What do you think are the benefits of using this prompt, the system file checker? Hussein can give me an answer, then Manzi can also say something. What are the benefits of using this?
You mean this last command, Windows Resource Protection did not find it?
Windows resource protection did not find any integrity violations. Remember, this is to check your Windows files, to check if you have something corrupted into your Windows. So if it shows Windows Resource Protection Fund did not find any integrity violations, that means there are no issues detected. If they say Windows Resource Protection found corrupt files and successfully repaired them, that means it has what? It has fixed. And then you just have to restart the PC the way they told Hussein when he tried the same prompt. So if it still is Windows Resource Protection found corrupt files but was unable to fix some of them, then it would tell you to rerun and or show you how you can what? How you can clean up and then rescan. This is what we call the DISM. That is it. So in case there are people who will come to you and say my Windows crashed, then these are the commands you're supposed to use. So I was trying to say, my question was, what are the benefits of such a command? Was my question. What are the benefits of such a command?
You asked me, I might say like, as in my case, as we saw, I had like some pending system repair. So of course I didn't know, like most of us don't know if our Windows or our operating system has a problem. So basically it helps you like to identify if your machine or your computer is still running smoothly. And most of the case you don't even know until you run this command prompt.
Okay. That's okay. Choose another benefit.
To see if like in the computer there are no any malicious codes.
Okay. Another thing is that it prevents crashes. I spoke about crashing. You understand when I say crashing? What do you understand by the term crashing? If I said, someone came and said my Windows crashed.
Means that the window isn't functioning as usual.
Or like the client might be saying the Windows is crashed because they can't open any other apps or programs on the computer.
Okay. Another idea about Windows crashing.
It's normally like the failure of the operating system, let's say.
So we're now going, I think, on like our last two. Yes. Our last two. Let me see. Let me look for. Stop sharing. And let me share the presentation. It's here. So there's okay. So we're going to do the managing user accounts with command prompt. So I think last time we spoke about users. Hussein, what did you pick from the part we spoke about users? Hey guys, welcome Bernard, Linda, Zahara. I don't know the other member. I'm seeing my phone number required. Don't know who is that. Hey there, the one who has my phone number required. So shall be continuing. We are talking, those that have just joined, we are talking about the IT support mainly, IT foundations, and then the Windows commands that one must know. We spoke about the IP config, the pig for connectivity, the tracing network paths with traceart, and we talked about netstart. That you hear netstart as a network statistics, and we spoke about the task management. That way you hear task manager using task list, task kill. Then we were speaking about the disk repair, that's the check desk. Then we spoke about the SFC, that is the system file integrity. Then now we are speaking about the managing user accounts. So, Bernard, what do you understand by managing user? Or what do you understand by a user? Let me say a user on a computer. If someone said, don't log into my user, what do they mean? Maybe Bernard can say something.
Okay. When somebody say a user in the computer, to me it sounds like a portal, a different portal in the computer that I'm using. You should also own yours. I'm sure that's the simplest way I can put it.
Okay. Maybe another simpler way is for those that may have, let me say, if you've ever gone to maybe a cafe, especially those days, you'd find there is an administrator section and then there is where they put a guest and you may put in some prompts and then you want to maybe change something and then they tell you you need administrative access. So that means the access, you can only access something through the administrator account. So usually you can open your computer. Let me check mine if I have users. Maybe let's run the command. Anyway, you can run the command. We are going to use the command of net, then space, then user. Yes, anyone, so that we can view all your user accounts. I think Hussein, you can share your screen. But that's the main part about users. It's just an essential tool for system administrators who need to manage users quickly without navigating through the control panel. You don't have to go to a specific account. You just give them access. If you have a child and then maybe they want to use your laptop, you can create for them a user account. Yes. And that way you can just know what they're doing. Then after the user, then we shall also look at this. Safely restarting and shutting down a computer. Yes, then so that is mainly, the rest is this will be the 10th. Okay. So have you,
Is this the right?
okay. Yes,
prompt?
that's right. Then you can press enter. So I saying,
Yeah,
I think you have only one account,
yeah, it's on one.
default account. Okay. All right. Let me also, any other person who is willing to share. Let me try to see if I can share mine. So have one account there. But that's mainly that. It's very, very simple. That's just in monitoring users. So how do you apply this? It will show you administrator, what is this? So it will show you the default account. If there is a guest, it will also show you the guest. Then yeah, you can use it. You can add, actually, you can add a net user account. You can add another user, very, very simple. Still using command prompt here. You'll just come here, net user, you put the username and password, you add. Something like that. You can add maybe a group to the administrator consisting of the access you want. Maybe you want to delete. So for example, let me say a scenario, if it's a company, let me say you're joining Saftech, and then we would want you maybe to join the IT department. So, and we want to create for you maybe an account with admin privileges. Yes, we are just going to go to the create the account, then we add unit user, we put for your password, then we give you, maybe we can say Joshua, net user Joshua, then we give you a password, then you say add. So then we have added you to the what? Administrators group. So you'll have administrative access. That is in the IP department. Just something simple. Usually I love using command prompt because I feel like it makes power more easy, even if it makes like things more easy. Yeah, other than clicking, because here you are going to click like 50 what? You're going to click, go to control panel, go down, scroll, add user, do this, do this, do this. But here it's just a matter of you putting it. Net user, then you're already done. So that is the main issue. It's very, very, very simple. So we're going to talk about, I think, safely restarting and shutting down. That will be last part in IT support. Then another person will be coming later and then teach you something new. You guys are seeing my screen?
No.
No, you're not seeing my screen. Okay. You're not seeing it?
Yeah.
Okay. The shutdown command, this is mainly shutting down. I think everyone here knows shutting down, the meaning, everything they use. So there's the shutdown command. It's also very, very crucial. This allows, maybe you want to safely power off, restart, log off computers directly, maybe from the command line. It just ensures orderly system exit, preventing. Now you're going to be in a company whereby at times, in case there is let me just give us, there is when you might be typing, especially those days. Before nowadays, there is autosave. Yes, if you're using maybe Microsoft, but there's, if you're still using like the old version, you find if you're not pressing Control S every time you're typing, as soon as power shuts down, you lose everything. Yes, with no recovery, especially if you're using the desktops that have no batteries. Maybe to give you time to save. It's the same thing. So this just gives you an orderly way of like shutting down. Yes, that's the main part. Just serves a simple, safe, and complete shutdown of the local computer. So I'm not going to tell anyone to use this command prompt, then we might lose them for the class. I'll have to first come back when we are done, I think. Time though. Then there's also a command, you just put shutdown space stroke R, that is for restart. Then there is shutdown stroke F, the F is for the shutdown. Yes, those are the commands. Logging off, shutdown stroke L. Still, that logs off the current signed in user, huge, in case you want to join another user. But as soon as you sign out, that means you're also going to sign out of class. Yes. And there's also a command for aborting a pending shutdown. So mainly that. So, but you have to run. It's something that. So, but you always have to warn your users before you shut down. Yeah, because they'll lose critical information. The benefits, obviously, shutting down well prevents files and data corruption, enables remote shutdown or restart multiple computers, and supports scheduled maintenance and IT operations. So mainly that. Then maybe these are the common mistakes in command prompt. You'll make some more research about these. Yes. So mainly that. The rest. So we shall maybe I'll just give a brief quiz about this. Yes. I'll be asking and then you'll be giving me an answer. Let me think about a scenario here. So if an app keeps crashing, yes, my apps are keeping on crashing. Yes. What do I do? How do I fix it? Anyone can come up with an idea.
I would like to go first because I think that might be an easier one. Like it's normally we use like the task manager to see all the apps running on your computer. So in this case, as we were trying to learn about command prompts, we would just use like the command prompt, like add a writing task list, and they will give you all the list of the apps which are running on the computer. And once you find which app is not running smoothly, you decide to restart it or like to terminate it.
Okay, that's okay. Then what if you started your computer and then the system won't boot? Does everyone here understand booting? Maybe someone can answer that one. Yes, Manzi.
Sorry, you ask what is a boot?
Yeah, maybe what is booting? If I say my computer is not booting, what do I mean?
It's like to start a computer by initializing its hardware.
Okay.
I don't know.
So if I said my system is not booting, that means meaning my system is not starting. Yes? According to your explanation. So how would I fix that issue according to what we are trying to apply what we have studied? How would I solve that issue?
You will download another window and install it in your computer.
Then that's too big. Because if I'm going to install Windows, that means I'm going to lose all my information. Because when you installing Windows, you have to wipe out everything. So at times you've not saved, you booted your computer maybe without saving. You don't have maybe a second source of, maybe you have not yet backed up the information. Won't you be losing anything, everything? So you remember what we're talking about with the simple file checker? So remember when you're booting your computer, because I can't show it to you properly. This is where they say you press escape. Yes? When you're starting it, then it takes you to somewhere where you can access command prompt. Have you guys tried it? For those that maybe have changed Windows or something,
Yeah,
for you
yeah.
to use maybe a bootable
Yeah,
drive. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
now
That's
when you reach there, you just have to apply the scan now. So when you apply the scan now, it is going to show you the issues as to why your windows are not what. But remember, after you apply scan now, we said there is you can still use the same command to fix the what? The files, the crashes, the thing that is failing the systems. You remember? I said obviously the commands you have to, provided you know where to start from, it's very easy. There is a command for checking out that. So that way you can what? But then you also remember it's very crucial, if there is a space, the space has to be there. Because if you make a mistake, still you're not going to have anything. Okay. So another scenario. If someone said my printer can't print, what is the problem? What do you do? If someone says my computer can't print, maybe it's a big office and everyone is complaining. Today the printer is not working. The printer already has it has been working. That means it already has its assigned IP address, but it has woken up that day and or maybe other users are using the printer, but to a specific person they can't access that printer. How would you troubleshoot for that person? Because we have to apply what we have been doing.
I might say you would have to use the IP config and try to see if the printer still has the same IP address which was given to it, because someone might have changed the IP address and or the IP address we had before is not longer reachable.
But remember the first thing, before you checking for the IP address and everything, you must first what? You check the computer. You check are the cables there? That's the first thing. Is the USB cable connected? Maybe that person's specific USB cable is not connected. If other people are accessing it, why isn't he accessing it? That's other thing is that you can restart. Since other users might be using it, you can restart the user's what? Computer. If that is failed, you can also restart the printer and you check. Then after that, you're going to go and check the control panel. You check for the settings. What is the printer doing? Any stuck jobs, anything. Yes? Then you go to the printer, you go to the settings, you start troubleshooting. That's when you start. Maybe the drivers are outdated. But the main part here is you open your device manager. You know that? We spoke about the task list and everything. So you go to printers, then you update the drivers. Maybe the drivers are not what? Not okay. Then after that, you check for the connectivity. You must first check for these first. Are the drivers updated? Is everything okay? There is always a procedure. There are first things that are easy to solve. Now, when do we go to the IP address? We go to the IP address. After all the above, we are sure they have what? They have been worked upon. Then you check now, you ping the printer's IP address, you see. And you remember when we ping the printer's IP address, you know what we are trying to look for. Yes? What are we trying to look for if we ping the printer's IP address?
I think
Yes?
you were trying to see the connectivity of the printer, like to see if it is connected to the network.
Okay, that's right. So after that, if it's not working, that's when you go to the spooler. That is also something to do with with the printer. But the main part is once you do these first steps, most likely you're going to solve it. By the time you reach the advanced part, then you'll have to clear the print spooler. Yes, you open services, maybe then you find the print spooler, you stop the printer, then you again try again. You stop the print spooler and then you again restart it, something like that. So another scenario, let's try to look at it from, so if I said my computer is slow, what are the likely things to have caused my computer being slow? I think everyone can give a reason. Why would the computer be slow? We shall start with Manzi. Why would the computer be slow?
yeah. It will be slow due to the processor. For instance, it might have a very small processor, and you have a lot of files in the computer, so that would make it go slow.
Okay, let's also hear from Linda. Why would the computer be slow?
In which situation?
Why would the computer be slow? We just want to know the cause in any situation.
It can be like more. Let me say when like your storage is full. When you don't have like enough space on your storage in your computer, it can be too slow or lag. Even when you have like more application which like your computer cannot process, it can even cause the crashing, or the computer goes slowly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
In addition,
Like,
also the outdated softwares may cause the computer to work slowly.
okay. Bernard,
The cases that may lead a computer to be slow, if there's a virus, it may cause some softwares to lag. If it needs an update, those are the cases I can tell at the moment.
so you believe an update makes the computer slow? I thought an update fixes bugs of a computer. Okay.
I mean, if it needs to be updated.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've understood. Okay. Who has not said something? So Lucky, you have something to say? Lucky was giving us echoes. I think it's still in the same place. Okay. For those that have said something, that's okay. So now my windows are updated. Everything was working well on my computer. Yes. But then all of a sudden, my computer is running slowly. I have a good RAM. What are the first things I have to check for? Like, how do I fix that? How do I fix my computer? So for Hussein, we started together. So I would want you to give me, according to the commands that we have used, yes, the commands we have learned today, how many of those commands would we apply for such a problem, for a slow computer? How many of those commands would we apply?
Most of the commands we've seen are mainly for solving like a software problem. Beginning with a software problem, let's say if the computer is running slow, I would
Yes.
first of all use like the task list command prompt, like to see all the background apps which are running on the computer.
Okay.
And another one would be using like the net start. Let's say if your connection is going very slow, I would
Okay.
use like the net start command prompt to see what's wrong with the connection.
Okay. Another command we have
And
used today, or those are the only two that we can apply?
no, we can also use another one which is a little bit advanced, like the check disk, the one which like checks if the local disk or the SSD, the hard disk or the SSD, how it's running, and to improve the system performance.
Okay, that's
And
very good.
And another one is you said it was the one which you use for scanning. Now I
That is the
remember it
system
was
file checker.
SFC. Yeah, system file checker. That one shows like if there's any problem with the Windows itself, because that one has to be repaired from the beginning.
Okay, that is very good. Yeah, another person who feels like maybe something Hussein has missed.
Maybe another command that we can run to check for suspicious tasks running.
Yes.
Is it task list, I think?
Yes. Okay. So it is very simple. First things we have to know, if since I said we have a good RAM and everything, so we are going to first check maybe for our task manager, and then we see which programs are using the CPU, high CPU usage. Once we know the program, then we are also going to check for the one of high memory. Yes. Then we're also going to we're going to check for the what? The high disk. Then we are going to see if there are programs that are running in the background and maybe they are consuming a lot. Then we are going to first close the unnecessary ones and then we restart the ones that we need. Then you're also going to check maybe from there, but we said we have a good RAM, so we want to check up on the RAM. Then the task manager, yes, we are going to disable some programs, yes, that may be at startup. Then Ben spoke about the malware. We are going to run obviously to see if there is any malware that is consuming the CPU, but obviously still that comes back to scan now. Yes, where it can be done. Then we are going to free up disk space. but we said we had space, so that was not necessary. Then just fill under this cleanup. Then maybe check for errors. Hussein spoke about the check desk. Yes, where we restart the computer and it repairs all the systems. Then we spoke about the scan now. Then Bernard spoke about updating the windows, the drivers, and everything that is in device manager. So that is it, mainly that. Then we optimize performance. Then if there are other scenarios, maybe you have a smaller RAM, you look for a way of upgrading your RAM. If you have an SSD, maybe. But then I wanted to ask, an HDD and an SSD, which one is faster? Someone can tell me that.
An SSD is faster than HDD.
Also, what's the difference?
SSD is like a chip. Then it's like a flash. You can see a flash. Then HDD processes data with a rolling device that ends up heating, that may delay the process. But SSD is so quick because it is equipped with a chip.
Okay. Okay, that is the right explanation. Did I have any other scenario I wanted to talk about? Yeah, this full, we spoke about this cleanup. Okay. Let me ask. If a computer is overheating, how would we fix that? Do we also have a command for overheating? I think this is a practical scenario. Someone should think of something.
For me, I don't think there is a command to cool up the computer, but for me, the real is like, cause what you are doing, maybe give them some space, like, cause to the cause of the computer to have more heat is like your how do they call it? Is it AC? The processor, even the AC for the computer is not doing well, so you can change it or first restart your computer so it can be good.
Okay, that is mainly about, it's obviously not technical. There is no, we are going to apply maybe an IP address, but we're just going to make sure the computer, if it's cleaning off the dust, it's just something simple to make sure. So we shall have a simple quiz. I don't know, for those that are fully active, you can. I think Hussein, you're there. Madina, you there? Bernard, you're there. Linda, you're also there. Okay. So I'll start with Hussein. Hussein, the scenario is this. This is a general scenario. Everyone will follow up. A user reports that their laptop connects to Wi-Fi but cannot access internet. Which command shows your current IP addresses and default gateway?
It is the ipconfig command.
Okay. Nelson, we are going through a quiz. Simple, hope you're also following. If a user has an IP address starting with 169 up to the end, this indicates, what does this indicate? If that user that Bernard has said has an IP address, that Hussein has said that has an IP address, if they have an IP address, let's say 169 some dot 25 then dot dot, if they have an IP address, when you have put an IP address in ipconfig and they have an IP address, if the user has an IP address, this indicates what is the problem. What does this indicate? Where is the issue? Linda, what do you think? Or Hussein, anyone who can give us an answer. Or Manzi, what would you think? What would be the issue? How comes he has an IP address but is not
The
accessing the
problem
internet?
could be a router.
Okay, the router is somehow close, but there's something specific in the router that has the issue. Can't be the whole router because the router is already getting internet from the service provider.
Me, I would say like if it's the problem regarding the router, it might be the DHCP, which is supposed to give the IP addresses.
So that means the DHCP failed to assign an IP address.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question, Linda, you there? What does IP config stroke release do?
It's disconnected the whole connection of a computer, I think.
Okay,
It
it
takes
drops
it
the
down.
current IP address. Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct. So remember, all these steps are the same steps in case someone had the first issue that we have to undertake. So obviously the next question will be relating to the first one. If Linda has failed to us, if Linda has finished releasing the IP address, which command requests for a new IP address from the DHCP server? We spoke about this with Hussein.
Be IP config stroke renew.
Okay, that's right. So if another question is here, Bernard, it will go to you. If you ping your router, yes, you ping its IP address and get requests timed out, what is the next best step?
Come again?
If I ping my router and get request timed out, what would be the next best step?
The next step, I think it would be reassigning another. I think in that case, the IP address is maybe has been altered.
Okay.
Then you configure afresh.
Okay, so we reboot the router, we switch it on and off so that the ISP reassigns a new IP address for that router and we have everything working, because we are not going to get access to the DHCP of the router or to the DHCP of the internet service provider. So we just have to reboot the router. Okay.
All right.
So I think with that, that is mainly about IT foundations. That is mainly the common command prompts and how we go about, especially in troubleshooting. Yes, that is the main part. So if there are other questions, so other than that, is there any question, Hussein, about today's session?
To re-summarize all the commands we passed on, and I came across this one, the task kill, which terminates like an unresponsive application, right?
Yes.
If I was to view all the list of the apps with all the applications which are running on my computer, then I wanted to use this command prompt. I first of all write like task kill. Then what should I write next? Is it the name of the application, or there's another thing you must put in to terminate that application?
So that is, so you, let me say, if we want to, let me say there's something in Chrome, you'll put task kill, press, then that specific file that you want to terminate or you want to kill. If it's an app, let me say if it's an app, you can just go task kill stroke im chrome exe. That is the application. You know, exe is like the application. Yes, computer application.
Yeah.
Then so, but usually this is very. So this will now, if for that one I've read for you, it will close all Chrome processes, including background tabs at that moment.
Yeah.
So you have to be specific. If it's a specific file, it's the specific file you close. If it's just something, that is it. You don't use it generally, you might kill everything. So, but always refer to ChatGPT for guidance, can guide you into such processes. Some of these commands, I'm not going to tell you should cram them, but you should just know how to apply them. Yes, because for a command, because we are applying here, you're going to, if someone had a Linux, we are using Windows because most of us are using Windows. But if it's a Linux or Ubuntu, something like that, or it's Mac OS, there are other commands, but you will just have to look for the same commands that would do, but you must know the process.
Yeah.
Okay, that is mainly. Is there any other question?
No.
Okay, if there is no question, yes, let's all have a good day. Yes, for those that believe in Christ, may God continue saving us. For those that believe maybe in humanity, may we keep human. Other than that, let's have a great day. For those that are starting work, for those that are concluding the day. Okay, till we meet next time.
Thank you.